Second pocket, I'm gonna open this up. Nice and big. Right now I have a pencil case and an eyeglass holder, but I could show you here, actually the laptop's inside the bag. So about my 14-inch laptop, the corners stick out. So that'll give you some idea of how big this pocket is. You could easily put some books or some magazines, heck, even an iPad Air or a MacBook. Those would most likely fit in here. But you got this really large pocket on the back, so if you have something bigger, you should have no problem fitting it in here. But this is a great extra pocket to have. If I'm looking at the bottom, it looks to be about 2.5 to 3 inches, if it's fully expanded. So you can put a lot of stuff in here, especially if you have, pouches and things you want to stick in. One of the things I want to point out, a lot of the time these packs in between the pockets have a really flimsy kind of silky material. That's not the case here. This backing is the same as the entire pack. It's this nylon. So if you have something sharp or something in here, you're not going to poke through it. And I'm not worried about it ripping. A lot of times that flimsy silky material will rip at the seams, and then having two pockets is pointless because you no longer have a divider. You do have that silky material here, but again, that's between your admin pocket and the middle pocket. So I'm not too worried. But we'll see how that holds up. So that's the second pocket. We'll jump to the main pocket. Now this is a clamshell design, so the pack will open all the way. You can lay it down flat. You can't really quite see it all in the video right now, but you can get it open, which is really nice. So if you're packing this stuff up, you can really get your stuff in there. So one of the great things about this, it's got the mesh pocket on the lid itself. I want to point out again on some of these budget tack packs, this mesh is really flimsy and really sometimes cheap. Not in this case. This is actually, so if you ever owned a 511, a Fox Tactical, one of the higher end tactical packs, you can tell that this mesh kind of has like a plastic. It's stiff. It's really stiff. Which I like because it means it's not going to rip so easily. So great, great mesh. It runs almost the entire length of the lid. It's really tough to see the way it sits right there. We go. So runs almost the length of the lid. You can see my hand goes in there and about 2 inches on my wrist. So nice and deep. I put my my mouse in there for work, so it just kind of sits in there. So, getting in here, I have, right now, 14-inch, roughly, laptop, some folders and some books, the case for my iPad Pro, and the Pro is roughly 13 inches wide, 12 or 13 inches wide. So, you can see here that this 14-inch laptop, sitting at the bottom, you've still got, 5 or 6 inches of space up top. And roughly an inch on each side. So if you have a 17-inch laptop, you're not going to have any problem sticking it in here. You can see in the back there is a Velcro pocket. You could usually, this is for your bladder typically, so you could stick your bladder in there. I haven't put my laptop in it because I don't typically do that, but so my laptop fits in there perfectly. You can see there isn't really a whole lot of space. So anything bigger than probably a 14-inch, a 15, you might be really squeezing it in there. It would be pointless. But again, this is not necessary to hold your laptop in. If you have a laptop case, put it in your case, put it in this pack. Again, bladder pack. As I mentioned earlier, up through the top here is where you would feed your your tube for your bladder pack. You could run it to the outside. So let's see here. Now I'll just kind of show you guys the inside a little bit. So it's really, guys, when I first ordered this, I was worried this was going to be a very large backpack, and it is not at all. It's perfect, especially if you want to go to work and you want to use this as your work pack. It's not excessively large. If you have any reference, the 511 Rush Tactical, the 12-day, I believe it is, or not the 12-hour. It's almost about the same size. Actually, they're almost identical. So if, that is not super big. So what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and put this on. You guys can kind of see how big it is. Remember, I am 6'1", 165 pounds. I'm a skinny guy. Okay, you can see I'm a skinny guy. So putting this on. So this is the front. As I mentioned earlier, the chest, you know, you can see that it's a little bit loose. I would prefer it to be in here, you know, where it's a little bit tighter, but it's not quite. I mean, I could probably work this a little bit, but it's not going to get, you know, super tight. So taking the waist straps. The waist straps, though, do fit. A lot of times these waist straps come in and they're really big. They're for like a really big dude, and I take them off because they don't fit me. This one, though, tighten it up all the way. You can kind of see there's not a whole lot of, you know, a whole lot of extra on each side. Oh, I gotta tighten this up. I had done this last night, but looks like it came loose a little bit because I did pull it around the back of the, you know, the pack. But anyway, so if I go ahead and, excuse that. If I go ahead and pull this up, you know, it's nice and snug. So kind of go around a little bit. You can see. So there's nothing in the back right now, but when there was, you know, it kind of sat roughly like this. It's not super big. Again, when you take the compression straps and you pull it close to your body, it's really nice size. So from the back side, this is roughly what it looks like. You know, right now this is sitting at my belt on my pants. Let's see, where can you guys see it? Yeah. So roughly, you guys can see how this looks on me. Again, I'm not a big guy, but it really works. So I'm excited to use this tomorrow at the theme parks, especially this waist strap. Sometimes walking around 12 hours, you know, these bags get heavy. And, you know, having this nice padding waist strap, it might get a little hot in here, but there is the meshy material similar to what was on the pads at the back. Also, the shoulders. So that might help me keep it cool a little bit. So that's what it looks like wearing it. Okay, same good snug buckles. So I like that. Taking this off. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, feel free to post it in the questions board on Amazon. And if I see it, I will be more than happy to respond. Summary: great pack. For the price, you can't beat it. I have bought the less expensive tactical packs in the past, and you know, they last a year and a half, and then start falling apart. So that actually brings me to one last thing that I forgot. A lot of times when they say it's waterproof, they have a PVC lining on the inside. It's like a plastic. And over time, in that year and a half that I just mentioned, it starts to crack and fall apart, and then you have a bunch of, you know, junk in your bag. You got all this plastic, and it's no longer waterproof. So what's the point? This pack does not have that, which I like. Whether this material is waterproof, I don't know, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. I'll be at the theme parks. It's Florida. It'll probably rain, so we'll find out. But on the sides, you can see, you know, it's not that thick PVC material. The only place I do see it, though, on the flap of the main pack, you can see it. They've got roughly an inch of it. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, good. If not, you go ahead and post it in the questions. I'll try to explain it better. But you can see that this material here is different than this material. So this is that PVC I'm talking about. We'll see how long this lasts. But even if this was to start breaking up and falling apart, it's not an entire pack like a lot of these other packs can be. So great pack, guys. If you have any doubts, don't. So far, Yakeda has been really cooperative. Like I said, they did provide this to me at a discounted rate for a review. And I love my tack packs. I'm a backpack connoisseur. I love backpacks. So I'm not lying when I say that this is a great value, especially if you're on a budget. You know, check this out. They've got the mud color. They got black. And I believe they have one more. I believe they have like a foliage green or something. So again, I hope this helped. I hope this was a good review. Hope this you know, helps you make your decision. And again, any questions, post on Amazon. I will answer to the best of my ability. So thanks for watching, and happy shopping.